Hey boys and girls, this is journal page 234, section 10.6. It seems pretty easy. There are only 4 questions. It does say explain here though, so make sure you're not just putting a one-word answer. Determine whether the sample is biased or unbiased. So we're just looking for a problem here. If there's a problem, then it's biased, and if it is good, then it's unbiased. So number 1. You want to estimate the number of students in your school who want a football stadium to be built. You survey the first 20 students who attend a Friday night football game. Well, this would be biased. And why is it biased? Well, first of all, too few students makes this a bad sample. So, too few students. It's not random because not everybody goes to the Friday night football game, and the population we're talking about is students in our school. So we have to be fair and random for students in the school, and then we picked out one small portion of kids that go to the football game. So not random and not representative of the whole population, because these people would be more likely to want a stadium built, so not representative. So this actually had nothing going for it. It was a horrible situation. Number 2, you want to estimate the number of students in your school who drive their own cars. You survey every 8th person who enters the cafeteria for lunch. Well, let's think. This is going to be unbiased. Every 8th person makes it large enough. It also makes it random because everybody enters the cafeteria for lunch. Now, this is only because it's a closed campus situation, meaning you can't leave for lunch. Or else, if kids were able to drive, I'm assuming it would be a high school, high school students would leave for lunch. And that way, then you're asking the people who enter the cafeteria for lunch, you would be the high population of non-drivers would be there for lunch. But because this is a closed campus situation, it is large enough, it's random, and it is representative. So that's good. Number 3, we're determining whether the conclusion is valid or not. You want to determine the number of city residents who want to have 38th Street repaved. You randomly survey 15 residents who live on 38th Street. Well, too few, and the city residents is our population. Just the ones on live on 38th Street does not make this random. 12 want their street to be repaved and 3 do not. So you conclude that 80% of the city residents want the street to be repaved. Well, that's good math there as far as the 12 out of the 15 being 80%, but this is not valid. Too few, not random, not representative. Got nothing going for it. And number 4, you want to determine how many students consider math to be their favorite subject. Obviously, that's everybody, but let's see what they say. You randomly survey 75 students. 33 students consider math to be their favorite subject, and 42 do not. Well, I don't know what kind of horrible school this is. This, at GMS, would be 75 students all agree that math is their favorite subject. But it says, so you conclude 40% of the students at school consider math to be their favorite subject. So you randomly survey 75 kids. Now, they don't say how we got them randomly, but we have to take their word for it that it is random. And 75 kids out of the school is large enough. And it's just random students. So this is valid. Large enough. Random. Representative. Very good. Well, it was a quick and easy homework. I hope you have a great night. We'll see you tomorrow.